God told me to have that link.
Story time! Go watch that video and come back. So back in the day, I used to support a church like this. And they would ask for donations. They would claim that they were feeding the hungry, clothing the needy, helping out domestic violence shelters, donating to animal shelters. They claimed they were going around the world helping people in need, and that we had to donate to help them on their mission. Okay, so we would send in money each week. Cool. But then, one week I couldn't send in the money. I was broke. I lost my job. And they had the nerve to start calling me. Why didn't you send that money? Well, send us all your information, your bills, your bank account, your grocery list, everything. My ex-boyfriend sent it to him. Do you know they had the nerve to call me back and say, well, if you hadn't bought that 24-pack of Dr. Pepper, you would have that $7 to send to us instead. Well, if you hadn't overspent at such and such, you could have sent that to us. And that's when it hit me. Wait a minute, what are they doing with this money? So I started doing some research, me and him both. Me and him argued a lot about this church because I just felt like it was a scam from the get-go. But they would guilt trip me into sending money. We need you. We need your support. If you don't help us, nobody else will. We're not going to be able to share the word of God, spread the gospel. They would do that. So anyways, I started talking to other church members that I could reach anyways, and they were sending in thousands of dollars. They were getting so much money. Now, the preacher nor his wife, neither one of them had a job. They just, worked in the church. I said, didn't they just buy their son a Mercedes for his 18th birthday? How did they do that on the church income? They don't have jobs. Then I found out they had a house in Florida on the beach. They had a house in Asheville, North Carolina, and a house in New York. They had 3 BMWs, and the son had a Mercedes, a big mansion. They were living it up. Meanwhile, the church members were living in poverty. We were starving. Me and my ex were living off ramen noodles every day. When I found this out, and I found out that an elderly lady who went to one of the churches with us in the community, she was sending her entire disability check to these people each month. It got so bad that her children had to basically do a conservatorship over her money to force her to stop sending them all her money. She lost her house, her car, lost everything because of sending all her money to these preachers. I thought to myself, wow, it's really a scam. These people really are a wolf in sheep's clothing. They are the furthest people from God, and they are leading you away from God. It's time to leave them alone. When I left, they started calling us. Why haven't you made your donation? They didn't ask why we weren't coming to church or why we weren't, this or that. They wanted to know why we weren't donating. That's all they cared about. It's all they ever cared about. Don't let these people financially destroy you. Don't fall for these false prophets and these scams. They are the furthest people from God. They do not care about you.